this is Sherry. Thank you for coming and watching my YouTube channel. If you're new here, I'm so glad that you're here. And if you're not, you know what we do. We just have fun and we talk about fashion and style and faith sometimes, and we just have a big time. Well, today I'm going to tell you 10 mistakes that you're making with your makeup, possibly you're making with your makeup, and how it's aging you. And so I had some fun. I played around in my makeup and kind of did some before and afters for you. So you're gonna get some photos. But oh my goodness, so let's go ahead and get started. All right, the first mistake that you might be making with your makeup is taking your blush and putting it on in circles with, like, when you kind of do the apple of your cheek and you put it on in a round circle. I know that we were taught that way back when, but as we get a little older into our prime time years, we don't want to be doing that. So what you want to do is you want to take your blush and just pat it just a little bit at the top. If you saw the makeup video I did about a month ago with Nancy, she actually showed us where to put it right at the top, right here. Or you can also do like a Nike check mark. I've done that before, but don't take it and go all the way around on your cheeks, because it is going to make you look older and kind of clownish too. So don't want to do that. That's mistake number one. Mistake number two is something that I remember when I was a buyer for a makeup department back in Miami. I lived in Miami and I was a buyer and manager of a cosmetic department. And one of the things, a product that we sold a lot of, was green concealer. We had green, purple, and yellow, and they were all for different things. But the green concealer was specifically made, and still is, you can still find it, for dark circles. The problem is, when you put that over your entire area, if you've got dark circles and you put that on top over the whole area, honestly, it actually accentuates them instead of hiding them. So you're better off to do my next tip, and that is, it's a mistake that you might be making, but I'm going to show you what to do instead of what not to do. So the mistake is what's number 3, and that is using concealer that is not the same color as your skin tone. And I think we've all been taught to do that, right? Use concealer, use a shade lighter than your skin tone, when in actuality, as we age and as we're getting older and more mature, a lighter concealer actually stands out more. The color of concealer that actually works best is one that's almost the exact color of my skin. And I found this one not too long ago. It's by Benefit. It's actually called Boing by Benefit, and it's industrial strength concealer. I love it. I use the number 2. It seems to be the same color of my skin tone. And I have to tell you something. I actually had a sample of this and I loved it. I wore it out, like I wore it all the way down. And when I went to the store to buy more, if I didn't have the little sample with me, I know without a doubt I would have bought number 1, because I'm so attuned to buying a concealer that's lighter than my skin that I almost had like this little argument with myself, thinking, no, I gotta get the 1. But I knew the 2 had been working, but it looked so dark that I almost was afraid to buy it. And I was like, nope, I'm gonna buy it because I know it has been working unless the sample was labeled wrong. And so I did, and I'm so glad that I did. You wanna try it out. It's the best concealer that I've ever used. I was on a trip last week when I went to speak at the Cowboy Church, and my best friend Donna was with me, and I had her try it because she's had trouble, and she's even lighter skin tone than me, and it looked fabulous on her as well. So, and she even said, oh my goodness, this is the best concealer I've ever used. So try that out. It's really, 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 really good. I think you'll be surprised. So, all right, so that's number 3. Number 4 is applying your eyeliner too thick. Whether it's top or whether it's bottom or whether it's both, I think that in the 80s and the 90s, we wore our eyeliner a little bit on the thick side, no more. And I think in the 80s and 90s, we were so accustomed to putting on eyeliner thick. And thing is, as you get older and as we get older, when you put it on thick, what it does is it actually draws more attention to the wrinkles around our eyes. And so you want to go a little more subtle. I think I've told you before, I have permanent eyeliner on my top and my bottom, and best investment probably I've ever made, and really so great. But it looks more natural. And if you're not going to invest in that, which you don't have to, maybe really consider going more of a gray or a brown liner instead of a pure black. Number 5 is when you forget about your eyebrows. Eyebrows they frame your face, and as we age, you have to fill in your eyebrows. You're looking at me actually putting on the eyebrow. And all it is a brown eyeshadow. That's it, a brown eyeshadow. So you want to go to the store, you want to find a brown powder eyeshadow that's similar to your eyebrow color. So you don't want it far off. You don't want, if you have red hair, don't get red unless your eyebrows are red, which most aren't, you know? So get a taupe, get a brown, look and look for one. And or if you have really light eyebrows, then maybe get a blonde eyebrow pencil. That works as well. And I know Mary Kay has a great blonde eyebrow pencil. You can ask a makeup, you know, if you're at a makeup store, ask a consultant. But an eyebrow, filling in your eyebrows, actually frames your face and makes all the difference, as you can see in the photo of me, the before and the after. Well, one with and without. You can see that. The number 6 mistake that you might be making with your makeup that is making you look older is wearing too harsh of a lipstick. I see this more often than I wish that I did. I see women a lot wearing really bright lipsticks or really dark lipsticks. And the problem is that we think that when we put on a brighter lipstick, that perhaps it makes our lips look bigger and poutier and all of that. But what happens is actually it draws more attention to the fact that we have thinner lips. And because as we get older, our lips get thinner. Isn't that the strangest thing? I hardly have a top lip as it is. And then it's like, kind of going away. So throw away those, get rid of those, and opt for something that's a little closer to your skin tone, a more neutral color. But you want a little color to it. You want a little pop. Maybe get a neutral and then get a lip gloss that has a little bit of a rose tone to it, or a copper or a peachy, depending on your coloring. But it looks way better. Think more medium intensity when it comes to lipstick instead of super bright or super dark, because you don't want to look goth either. That's not good. Number 7 is clumping on mascara. Okie dokie. All right, so you want to have a mascara that actually can make your eyelashes look long and thick, but not one where they're clumped together. I tried to show you in a picture. I tried to do you guys should have seen me doing my makeup for you for this. I was going in and out and in and pushing on. I'd taken it off. My face was so red. By the time I got to this, I don't even know. It's probably super red now. I put my makeup on so many times today, just trying to do like the right and the wrong so you could see. But you don't want your eyelashes to clump together. So you want your eyelashes to actually be separated and stand out, but you also don't want them to look super fake either. I think sometimes if you put on false eyelashes and they're like, whoa, looking out, I think that can look a little, I don't know. I don't love that look. That's a personal thing. You know what? YouTube channels, it's all our personal opinion of things. And so if you love that, okay, just make sure they're not clumped together. All right. So you don't want to do that. I love the Benefit. Here I am. I'm not even a Benefit. Like the other product that I told you about, the concealer was Benefit, and my favorite mascara is Benefit. Those are the only 2 Benefit products that I use. But it's the Bad Gal mascara, Bad Gal, Bang, something like that. Bad Gal. We'll link that also. So anyway, and make sure you get your bottom lashes too. I didn't show on that one on the don't. I didn't do the bottom lashes, but I didn't want them all clumped together. But you see what I mean. You want to make sure that they're separated, and you can wear a dark brown, but I think black is fine as well. Here's the other thing. If your mascara is clumping and you're like, why is this clumping? It might be that your mascara is too old. And so typically you really want to think about buying a new mascara every 3 months. I know that seems like a lot, but bacteria can get in it and cause eye infections. Number 8, makeup mistake that you might be making is setting your makeup with powder. I have done that for years, and just recently I stopped doing it, and hopefully my face doesn't look all white now because it was hard to even get all that off. When you take and use a translucent powder and use it all over your face and set it, it actually will show off the lines and wrinkles even more. And so not good, right? And honestly, when you were younger, you probably had oilier skin, or you may have, that's when we needed a powder foundation or loose powder to set our foundation. But as we get older, I know some of you have oily skin still. Bless you, oh my word. But most of us don't. And so, getting something that just your regular liquid foundation should do the trick, where you don't have to set the makeup with powder, because it really just seeps into the lines, and actually your lines will stand out even more. So skip the powder, moving on out. Number 9, and this is one that you might not have even considered before, but stay away from glitter nail polish. All right, so why? Well, as we age, our hands get older, right? Glitter nail polish actually brings attention to swollen nails, lines, kind of crepey hands, wrinkles in our hands, and that's the last thing we want to do, right? A French manicure is great. A nail polish that has more of a medium intensity, just like your lipstick, something that's not super bright or super light or super bold, but something that's more medium, especially in falls coming up, pumpkin color, spice. You could do a nice peach or rose tone if you're more of a cool color code, but just keep it more on the matte side of things, but not something that's super glittery, because it'll stand out in a crowd and people will notice it. And it's really, we want to leave that really to teenagers. Let's leave that there, and let's look more classy with a more matte nail polish. And number 10 is a mistake that you might be doing, and it's not washing your face before you go to bed and putting on a good moisturizer or night cream. Here's the thing. If you wake up in the morning and then just go ahead and put your makeup on after sleeping in your makeup from the night before, or even if you just have skin that's not clean, what happens is the makeup settles in, the lines look more, the skin looks dirty, and you want to look fresh and you want to look refreshed, right? And so make sure that you just clean your face before you go to bed. I also have heard that every night that you go to bed without taking your makeup off, your skin ages 7 days. We might all look like we're about 200 for all the nights that we've skipped taking our makeup off, right? Oh my word. So anyway, take your makeup off. Get a nice cleanser and a moisturizer or night cream and use that at night. Also use an eye cream around your eye area. Super important. Here's the thing, you guys, we're all getting older. We are all wanting to look not older, right? But take care of your skin. Take care and follow the tips that I just shared. And don't get all bent out of shape when you look in the mirror and go, oh, I look so old. You know what? We're getting older. Oh, well, my husband asked me, I just turned 59 this past week. And my husband said, oh, he always says, you're 29, you're 39. I said, you know what? Let me say, I'll be an age that I really liked. Like, what is? And I went, I like 59. I really love my life. I like where I am. I like me. I feel like I can be me more now than I've ever been before. You guys, next week on September 10th, we're starting a 5-day challenge, and it's a fall fashion refresh. And so it's free, but get in. You want to get into it. You want to sign up. Make sure that you go to my Facebook page. We'll have all the information up this week, but just be on the lookout for that. We're having a 5-day fall fashion refresh, so you don't want to miss it. Look on my page, fashionmeetsfaith.com. Next week, Fashion Meets Faith. not .com, Fashion Meets Fashion. It probably will be on my website too, but it'll be on the Facebook page as well. But I hope you'll join us over there for that. And we're just going to have a big time. And I can't wait to see you over there. And I hope this was useful information to you today. See ya.